The brave little tailor. Once upon a time, on a sunny morning, a little tailor sat by his window happily sewing a jacket. As he worked, a woman passed by calling, "Fresh fruit jam for sale, fresh fruit jam for sale." The tailor smiled and called out, "Come up, my dear, I'll buy some jam from you." The woman climbed the stairs and showed him all her jars of jam. The tailor tasted a little and said, "This is delicious, I'll take some." She grumbled as she left. He had only bought a little small bite. The tailor spread the jam on some bread and said, "This will give me courage and strength." But before he could eat, he decided to finish his sewing first. While he worked, the smell of sweet jam filled the room. Suddenly a swarm of flies came buzzing around. They landed all over his bread. "Oh, no, you greedy creatures," said the tailor. He tried waving them, but they kept coming back. Finally he took a piece of cloth and gave them a big whack. Smack! When he looked, he had killed 7 flies at once. "How brave I am," he said proudly. 7 in one blow. He stitched himself a belt that said 7 in one blow, and decided that the world was too small for such a hero to stay home. So he packed a piece of cheese, put a little bird in his pocket, and set off to see the world. As he climbed the mountain, he met a giant sitting on a rock. "Good morning, friend," said the tailor cheerfully. "Would you like to travel with me?" The giant laughed. "You travel with me? You're tiny." "Don't be sure," said the tailor, showing his belt. "See, 7 in one blow." The giant thought the tailor had killed 7 men at once and decided to test him. He picked up a stone and squeezed it until water dripped out. "Can you do that?" "Of course," said the tailor. He took out his piece of cheese and squeezed it until the liquid ran down his hand. The giant was amazed. Next, the giant threw a stone high in the sky. The tailor took his bird and threw it up, up, and away it flew, never to return. "Well," said the tailor, "mine won't be coming back." The giant began to respect him, but still wanted to test him more. They carried the tree together, till really the tailor just sat on the branches while the giant did all the work. When night came, the giant invited him to sleep in his cave, but the clever little tailor lay in a corner instead of the bed. That night the giant tried to smash him with a club, but hit only the bed. The next morning, when the tailor cheerfully said hello, the giants were so scared that they ran away and never came back. Later the tailor rested in a palace garden. When the people saw his belt, they ran to tell the king, "A mighty hero is here." The king offered him work and even promised his daughter's hand in marriage if he could defeat 2 wild giants. "Easy enough," said the tailor. He went into the forest where 2 giants were snoring loudly. The clever tailor climbed a tree and threw petals down at them. Each thought the other was hitting him, and soon they started fighting. They knocked down trees until they both fell, and the tailor quickly slipped away. The king was amazed, but before the wedding he asked for one more task: "Catch me a unicorn." The tailor agreed. When the unicorn charged, he jumped behind a tree. The creature's horn got stuck in the trunk, and the tailor tied it up with a rope. Still the king wasn't satisfied. "One last job," he said. "Bring me a wild boar." The tailor went into the forest again. When the boar charged at him, he ran into a small chapel and slipped out the back window. When the boar ran inside and the tailor shut the door, the beast was trapped. At last the king had to keep his promise. He gave the tailor his daughter's hand and half the kingdom. And so the little tailor became a king. He was clever, cheerful, and never gave up. proof that even the smallest person can do great things with a quick mind and brave heart. And from that day on, everyone called him the brave little tailor.